Dude, that, you know, we really didn't have a good run with that show, didn't we? Yeah, we did. We did. We totally did. Well, whether whether Wilfred is a figment or whether Wilfred is a figment or Patamon himself, I guess it really doesn't matter. I guess I guess not. We did have a good run with that show. I mean, I know you're doing a rant video in a minute, Bugs, but are we ever gonna do a review on that? Yes, we will. Because that show, it it did something that comedy shows wish they could do successfully. Make us care about a character that is a jerk. Because at the end of the day, when you really think about it, all Wilfred ever tried to do, ever did throughout the course of the series, was try to help Ryan. Yeah, he did it in messed up ways, but he, at the end of the day, the end result was he did help Ryan out. But to me, I just feel like, yeah, he could be the manifestation of Metamon. Who knows? Who knows? You know? Because maybe there is no one else to help because other than Ryan, no one else believes in Metamon. It's just him. So, if it's like, Metamon's like, you know what? I'm gonna stay with Ryan. I mean, it's better than nothing, and he is my friend. So I guess they just hang out in each other's. I guess they just hang out in his mind now. I mean, wouldn't it be kind of awkward? They just hang out like while he's up. Yeah. But I digress. That shit. Yeah. I guess this is a little mini review. Well, before Bugsy does his little rant video, me and Bugsy, and oh yeah, if you guys didn't know who I was, it's Nick. I change voices frequently. It's weird. But technically, Bugsy and I have watched Wilfred. And basically, this last season was filled with a lot of serious business. I mean, yeah, there was a little Wilfred craziness, but it was dialed back because this is the season finale of the show. And basically, things had to happen. But we really, for the longest time since all of us have watched the show, we've been thinking, what is Wilfred? Is he a figment of Ryan's imagination? Is he some sort of alien? Is he some sort of this or that? Then we find out he could be the manifestation of this dog god named Metamon. So, me and Bugsy just kind of sat there and was thinking and thinking and thinking, but when we really think about it, it really doesn't matter. I mean, it was all about the journey and not the destination. And it was one hell of a ride. We give this show made us seriously cry when Wilfred died. And not a lot of comedy shows can do that, make you laugh one minute and the next minute make you cry. Because, you feel for these characters. And if a show can make you feel for characters and actually make you feel sad about them, they've done a good job. Let's be real. Just freaking Sonic Freedom Fighters will, in fact, make you cry. Really? Yeah. There's gonna be some fun stuff in there, funny stuff, but it's really action, adventure, and a little drama in there, man. But yeah. But now, Nick, do you mind sitting this one out while I take care of this? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, dude. Well, people, the one thing I get mad at is like people that saying, oh, Kai changed this thing in the manga. And I'm looking at Danny D World's video, and I mean, I get sick of that more than anybody else because people are like, Kai changed everything, mother. You idiotic. Okay, for all the people that think Kai changed the names of certain attacks, you guys are the most idiotic, stupid, downright moronic people. Do you understand that freaking Dragon Ball, the manga is just called Dragon Ball. It originated in Japan. So the words from the attacks are what they are in Japan. So freaking let me. So I'm gonna pull up a video that I've saved that I was gonna use for this, and I'm gonna show my points. It just shows that none of you really know about Dragon Ball Z. You only know what you know from the show. I bet you some of you haven't even touched the manga. I'm serious about that. I bet none of you even touched the manga.
Hey there, how's it going? One more quick video. Actually, I'll probably be uploading this one first, just because...
Because, let me tell you, certain moves they put in America because no one would have wanted to use some of these. I mean, they didn't want to put these attacks like that. They wanted to jazz them up because that's how localization works. They thought, oh, American audiences are not gonna go for that, so we gotta call the Ten Yoha something else. Like, it's bright, so let's call it Solar Flare.
Hoping that the latest upload will actually be the one people actually click on. And I care things from their original names, giving them new names, changed what they were.
Guys, these were the original names of these attacks. We only got them different because localization is a bitch. I don't know if your brains can comprehend that or not. For those of you that really do think Kai changed the names of these attacks, oh my god, so you guys are stupid. You guys are stupid. See, I don't get why people hate Kai because it just condenses everything. Have you tried watching Dragon Ball Z today? Trust me, it's a long process, kids. A long process I don't mind doing again, but you know what I'm talking about.
And it's hilarious to me too because they insist that they read the manga, they have the manga, and they can look at those names.
I'll be like, people, if your attacks have, give me a freaking page in the manga, show me where it says, get one of the older prints in the manga that you own. Show me a page where they actually say. The attacks that we know from America. And then, show me.
Even though the manga quite literally never, ever called some of these attacks by that name. For example, the Taioken. Now, here's the thing. They pretty clearly said Taioken in the episode that aired on Toonami recently. A change. The original name was Solar Flare. Even the manga says Solar Flare. That's not even true. The manga is actually always called it Taioken.
Yep.
Which literally means sun fist.
See, they changed it for us in America. That's what some of you don't get. Localization, people. Learn it, love it, live it. And yeah, it kind of sucks because they changed various things so us American audiences can understand them. You can't just sit there and tell me Kai changed everything, because if you say Kai changed the moves to the stuff in the manga, you're dumb, and basically you need to use that mind of yours. I know it's probably not working out of misuse, but come on, work. Use that mind. Eat that bacon. God, sorry guys, I'm kind of hungry. See, and even they changed this because they were like, oh, it looks like a disc. Okay, we'll call that the Destructo disc.
I just let this slide and
This
laugh.
is all
But the fact that there are people agreeing
localization,
with this and even
kids.
trying to claim that the manga
That's all you need to
supports
understand.
these claims, that the Matanko Sapo was always the special being canon.
See, and they were like, Piccolo's. Okay, Piccolo shoots a beam, but it also kind of looks like a cannon. Oh, I guess we'll just call it Special Beam Cannon then. See, people, this is all about localization, and some of you guys need to understand that's what this is about. You know, don't be sitting there like Future Gohan and act like you guys know what these attacks were. Localization, kids. Localization. I said I would stop, harking on, stop going after Gohan 64, but, I still will, but, again, guys, don't agree with him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He freaking hates the Japanese sub, he hates the Japanese dub of Dragon Ball Z, and I'm like, I mean, I know you don't have to like it, but without that dub, there would be no English dub of that show. Seriously, Gohan 64 is the stereotypical Dragon Ball Z fan. And I've said this to him once. He is a stereotypical Dragon Ball Z fan. He doesn't he says we have no, he told, like I said before, he says I had no respect for Dragon Ball Z. Oh, I do. I respect the Japanese part of it because it's not an American show, man. It was made in Japan. Funimation and the Ocean dub, they were nice to dub it for us so we can actually, get it for an English speaking audience. But I do respect the manga, and I do respect Dragon Ball Z more than you could ever possibly know, because that is my favorite show. And whether I'm listening to, because I am, and get me here, I am going to listen to the subtitles. I mean, read the subtitles while I'm watching Dragon Ball Super if it's on Crunchyroll, because I'm gonna watch it. And I wasn't gonna be like, oh no, you're not gonna watch it. Yes, I'm gonna watch it. So, it just gets me angry that that basically people like Gohan 64 think that they know Dragon Ball Z and call the people that call them out on this shit like not real Dragon Ball Z fans as like we're lesser, but we're not. We just know things that you don't. We just know various things that you don't, and it would take, before you guys make your videos, before you make your videos and type your comments, it would only take you like 5 seconds out of your day to just do research on this stuff. So then people like me don't have to call you out on your shit. So you can actually look somewhat intelligent. This whole little argument about these are not the original names of the attacks. Yes, they are. Okay. Again, this comes from Japan. Oh man, so may I do better if I had like Gaijin and Google with me. Then you guys would probably listen for a bit. It's just like, of course it's gonna have names like this. Because these, putting these together have like different meanings, like stuff like that. But you guys are like, these attacks were called the special beam cannon and destructo disc. I don't know what this is. That just, guys, that just shows A, your ignorance, and B, you just don't have any respect for the actual, for the Japanese that made that made the manga, that worked tirelessly to give us the freaking anime with crave and love so very, very much. And don't you assholes dare call me a weeboo. If I'm interested in Japanese culture, that's my diff. You assholes have no right to say I'm a weeboo. Because, far be it from me to be interested in another culture. Just because you guys want to be like, I don't and even if you do call me a weeboo, I won't really fucking care, you're gonna be like, oh, fuck this weeboo. You ain't even gonna get comment from me, you're just gonna get me, ellipses, you're an idiot. That's all you're gonna get. I know, I probably shouldn't be combating this form of stupidity, but it's kind of what I do, and, I hope you guys like the freaking, the review of Wilfred at the very end. I mean, I love it, and I really want, it's on Netflix right now, but it is on Hulu, and if you can stand all the bloody commercials, go ahead and watch it. Because seriously, it's a great little send-off for Wilfred, Ryan. I'm still mad that Jenna went back with Drew after all this, after all this shit that just happened. It was like, oh, I'm still gonna go with Drew, derp. Sorry, guys. It just gets me angry. Like, seriously. After all this shit she said to Ryan, after everything was said and done, she just kind of went back with Drew. I was like, this is some bull. This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. People, if you wanna chat about Wilfred with me, you can. Or if you wanna talk about the various idiots that the Dragon Ball Z fandom kind of produces. And I'm talking about the people that I just talked about right now. I ain't saying attack the whole fandom because the fandom has matured and grown, but there are some people that are still kind of immature. And we gotta realize that. Not all the Dragon Ball Z fanboys are bad. Just the ones that act like freaking idiots, thinking that no one's gonna freaking reply to their idiocy. I ain't talking about Danny D World. I just used this video as kind of a jumping point, basically. So there it is. I will see you guys later. I'm Bugsy and my pal Nick. How you guys doing, everybody? See you guys later. We'll actually do a proper review pretty soon, and my other pal wants to do a freaking review with me because I kind of left him out of it, and he's kind of mad that I left him out of the Daredevil review. So I have to get him and get him in so he doesn't freaking trip out again. Like, well, you didn't add me to the Daredevil review, and I'm gonna be like, Yonky, I didn't add you. I'm sorry. Yeah, Yonk's mad at me for that. I was like, what did I do? It's like, you didn't add me to the Daredevil thing, and I was like, oh, I didn't know you watched it. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I yacked your ear off enough today. I will see you all tomorrow. And more things will happen tomorrow, such as we got some new stuff coming down the pipe. And actually, you're going to see another preview of Spider and Pole, so that's going to be fun. see you guys later. I'm the chaotic jester. Chaos, mischief, managed.